Alright guys, welcome back to another wonderful video. Today we're going to be retrying our hand at 60 seconds Reatomized. Last time, jumped into it, no tutorial, really had no idea what I was doing, and I'd like to give it another try. But, super quick, have you guys thought about hitting the subscribe button, liking, commenting, tell me what you want to see next? Well, you can do that, and you can go ahead and do it now because I'd love to play your game suggestions. So let's get back into another amazing video of 60 seconds Reatomized. Oh my god, child. Come here. What? Can I have the child? Thank you. Get in there. I don't know why you're so big. We need water. We need water. We need food. Give me the food. Give me more food. Give me more food. Can we find the rifle? Found ammo for the rifle. Come here, Ted, big boy. You a big boy. Where's the rifle? Where's the rifle? A harmonica would be nice. We gotta get the child. We gotta get the last child. We made it. We made it in time. Jump down. That flashbang is insane. Collect 10 cans of soup from the house. I can't remember if we got the rifle or not. I think we did. Day 1. Numero uno. This is looking pretty good. This is looking pretty good. 4 water, 4 soup. Let's go. All of us made it into the shelter just a second before the blast. That was a close one. As long as we're all together, we can make it work down here. We remember hearing canned soup is healthy for you. Okay. Oh, we also got an axe. We'll even talk to cans. Some of us already do. Just barely enough water for everyone. We're sending Ted out. It's hard being down here, living here. We need to make the best out of it. On to the next day. It's hard not to worry considering our current situation. Some days we're still struggling to deal with this shelter life, but we can't lose hope. Today is relatively calm for Dolores. Ted is not complaining, at least not very much. Mary Jane seems to be fine today. Hopefully he'll stay that way. Timmy is okay, as much as he can be in our current situation. We'll start preparing. We were never huge fans of mushrooms, but with a colony of them growing on the walls, we've changed our loyalties. No, we're not about to eat the magic mushrooms. We may be hungry, but there are just some things we will never eat. Wall fungus is one of them. There has to be some water left. Dolores should get it. Ted needs water to survive. Everyone has to drink sometimes, including Mary Jane. Is there any water left? Okay, everyone's just thirsty. We're gonna send Ted out. We're gonna send him with our gas mask. Come back home soon, Ted. Ted left for the surface. We hope he'll be back soon. Dolores is no longer thirsty. No one's no longer thirsty. It's not the best time or place to make plans for the future, but we can't stop thinking about what can we make of this terrible situation. Is our house still standing? Or will we have to move, give me that fly, to some forsaken hole like Toronto? Ooh. Huge shot at Toronto. Our relocation is probably something we'll be able to discuss after we get out of here. Dolores is quite calm given the situation. There isn't anything borrowing Mary Jane. Like the good scout he is, Timmy is making the best out of the situation. He seems cheerful. Is no one hungry yet? Oh, great. It's very difficult to prepare for the unforeseen consequences when you don't see them coming. Well, they are unforeseen by definition. So that does make a lot of sense. We can't say we're prepared for what happened. Where you at, Ted? Living in the past is not wise in our current situation. We need to think of today and tomorrow. Dolores is not... It will not last long without water. Dolores would really love to eat. Mary Jane needs a drink. Okay. We know very little about what's going on outside. It'd be a good idea to find out more. Maybe discover if anyone else has made it safely. The radio can help. Let's use the radio. We were able to get a weak signal and tap into government's emergency announcement service. And guess what? Great news. The fallout outside has mostly gone. That's crazy. It should be much safer to travel on the surface now. If there is one person we truly miss, it's our great Uncle Terry. He used to tell brilliant stories about turtles, elephants, and wizards. It would be reassuring to hear one of his stories again. And yet, we don't even have a photo of him. Just memories. Where you at, Ted? Oh my goodness. So we are left with no photos, no news, and no happy thoughts. The world is too cruel. Mary Jane's diet could use a little food. Nothing new, given the current situation. You would expect a nuclear explosion would be enough to quench any petty arguments when the future is not looking too pretty, and all you see is naked walls. Not much is necessary for an explosion. It happened. We started fighting like crazy. Where you at, Ted? We stopped arguing, but for how long? If there's one thing we need, it's water for Dolores. Mary Jane is no longer hungry. Everyone has to drink sometimes, including Mary. Is there any water left? Some water for Timmy would be nice. We had some spare ammunition, but now it's gone. We don't know how or when. It must have been misplaced. We need to find it, and soon. We don't have a flashlight. Ted, you come back? The mask is damaged, and it doesn't look like you brought much. It was too dark to find those tiny bullets without a flashlight. They aren't lost. Technically, they're still in the shelter. Technically. Ted has safely returned from his voyage from the surface. We came across a local church at the end of the road. Most of it was destroyed, but the priest quarters survived the blast. A group of people survived there and started a cult. They believe that everything that's been happening is a game tailored for someone's amusement. How crazy. Okay, so we got 2 water. Cultists decided they won't be needing any holy water. We did a bit of miracle work and turned empty wine bottles into quite full bottles full of water. Our gas mask was damaged during the expedition. This last expedition got us thinking maybe we could just drive away from this nightmare somehow. Of course, most of the automobiles available are completely burnt out, but if we find a solid base and scavenge enough parts, perhaps we could build one. Ted is hungry and really tired. Mary Jane is hungry. Timmy has no thirst. We'll send Dolores next. Sitting there just staring into a blank space. Yeah, we'll talk to Timmy. Even a word or two may be enough to brighten someone's mood. Timmy seems to be better now. Ted is still tired. A few days of rest is what he needs. Ted should drink something. Looks very weak. If he doesn't eat today, it might end really bad. Dolores would really love something to... Okay, so... Take the rifle, Dolores. Godspeed. Provide for this family. Provide. Dolores is on her way to the surface. Let's hope she'll make it back safe and sound. Ted still hasn't recovered his energy. Ted is no longer thirsty. Ted's stomach is rumbling. Everyone has to drink sometimes. Mary Jane. Okay. Hear that? No, because no one is talking, not a word in hours. Not at all. We can't just stare and stare at the walls. Listen to the radio. Now, I don't remember bringing a phone down here. Oh, how fortunate we took the radio with us. We can probably listen to some music. They still play music out there, don't they? Ted is hungry. Ted is still mighty tired and needs more time to recover his strength. Ring, ring. There we were, thinking we would never hear a telephone signal again, when suddenly a phone starts ringing from somewhere outside. We figured it's the phone booth across. Go get it, Timmy Tam. When we answered the phone, we could clearly hear a gasp of release from the caller. They introduced themselves as survivors from a nearby town of Hill Valley. We had started exchanging information when the line was cut short. Something must have gone wrong on their side. We hope they'll get back with us. Ted is hungry, still mighty tired. It's always better when things are calm. Luckily, nothing happened to Mary Jane today. Timmy is good. Well, at least he was 5 minutes ago. What? Listen to that radio, man. That's why we brought that bad boy. Ooh, we got some jams going. Make contact. The military is out there and they're coming for us. All we need to do now is wait patiently. The soldier with the boring voice was very specific about this. Help is on the way. We just need to wait for further instructions and keep our radio in working order. Ted is rested. He isn't hungry. He needs something to drink. Everyone has to drink sometimes, including Mary Jane. Mary Jane needs some food. Timmy has been talking about nothing other than water. Okay. Where you at, Dolores? Trader alert. Timmy salvaged some comic books. Salvaged comic books are mostly harmless science fiction. However, some of them don't feature the brave Astro Citizen program astronauts, but cosmonauts. That boy is eating up Soviet propaganda. What a disgrace. No, we shouldn't banish him. Wait a minute. I almost sent him out to the wastelands. Oh, we're on the last bit of food, Dolores. graciously allowed Timmy to stay in the shelter despite his action. We believe in the power of rehabilitation and second chances. Also, we're running out of toilet paper, and these propaganda books will do nicely. Okay, we're good to skip. Every new smell attacks our nose in this little shelter instantly. There isn't much we can miss, so when a single brick fell out of the wall revealing a tight opening, our senses immediately invaded by this terrible stench. We should probably check that hole out and see what the source of that smell is. You right. Who's knocking? Hey man, quit knocking. We approached the hole cautiously and peeked inside of it. Crazy rodent, a reptile, or whatever this crazy mad creature was, leapt out, started jumping all over the damn shelter. It was everywhere. We couldn't catch it before. Oh no. Mary Jane seems fine today. Hopefully it'll stay that way. Timmy is good. At least he was 5 minutes ago. What do you mean? Oh, we don't have anything like that. Dolores is back. W run. Oh my goodness, Dolores, what happened? We could tell the stranger was disappointed, but that was none of our business. Never was a time to get used to life being disappointing. The end of the world is probably it. We were glad Dolores came back. The sweet, sweet prospect of government aid. Hey, we're no commies, but centrally planned help during the apocalypse is something we're really looking forward to. We got 2 food. Okay, we got a new gas mask and a new radio! W Dolores. Who needed food and who needed water? We get ready for the next calf. Could have swore I grabbed a med kit. Man. We decided to ignore any problems with the vents and focus on other problems. As predicted, all of us developed a nasty cough and had trouble breathing, but it got better next morning. We don't know what the issue was, but the important part is it's gone. Dolores would really love something to eat. We haven't done anything about Dolores' sickness. She needs time to rest. She seems exhausted. Mary Jane is hungry. Dolores is thirsty. We're gonna send Ted out with the axe. Ted left for the surface. We hope he'll be back soon. Dolores has not eaten for a while. We can't just sit around while Dolores is sick. Dolores complains she still can't get a good night's sleep around here. Ever since we jumped into our fallout shelter, we've been wondering about that other door in the shelter. Why should it even be there? Where does it lead? It's high time we checked it out. Take the rifle. Oh. We figured the best way to be sure nothing and no one jumps inside the mysterious room was to bash the door open and start firing. When the smoke was gone, we were able to assess our operation. The room was empty. We hit nothing but the walls, and we barely dodged one ricochet gone bad. Mary Jane needs water. Jimmy needs water. Got a visit from a person with a physical mutation. Managed to grow several extra fully operational hands. He shared the story of his group with us. People with other deformites. who, despite the circumstances, remain friendly and struggle to gather supplies. Wherever they go, people just shoo them away in fear of getting sick. He promises that if we gift him some supplies, his group will help us get rid of the bandits next time they bother us. What do we have the most of? No, unfortunately, dude, I can't help you. My kids gotta eat, man. My kids gotta eat. Dang, man, we need to cut that hair. No matter how many spare hands these people have and how friendly they are, we simply cannot spare the supplies. We need to take care of our own. The man was disappointed, but he understood. We haven't done anything about Dolores' sickness. She complains she can't get a good night's sleep around here. Oh, what did I just say? There has to be some water left for Dolores. Dolores needs food, water. When Dolores came back from that expedition the other day, she had a tiny scratch on her leg. It didn't seem serious at the time, but right now it's quite a terrible sight. If we don't do anything about it, losing one leg will be a minor inconvenience in comparison to what might happen next. What do you want the axe? To chop her leg off? Where you at, Ted? We didn't do anything about the infected wounds. After all, our ancestors could survive without all that fancy medicine. Why should we listen to doctors? Dolores is looking more sickly, though. We can't just sit around while Dolores is so sick. Dolores needs time to rest. She seems exhausted. It's impressive how well Mary Jane is handling this situation. She looks fine today. No news is good news. There's nothing new going on with Timmy. A young woman dressed in white knocked on our door today, telling us a story of her missing twin brother, who is most probably held captive in a bandit camp. He tried to defeat a big bandit leader, and his sister fears something might have happened to him. She claims to know that we're good and trustworthy people, and believes that we can help her rescue her sibling. If we do, she says, it might be the beginning of a solid... Man, Dolores is about to die. Can't do that. If we jumped eagerly at every opportunity to help someone, we wouldn't have time to eat or sleep or gather supplies for ourselves. These people won't get help from us tonight. He's not improved, very tired. Can you spare some water for Mary Jane? Mary Jane needs food, water. Timmy needs water. There's never a good time to go out into radioactive wasteland, but it seems this will become a necessity in this new world of ours. We thought it would be a good idea to make this happen sooner rather than later. Plan tripped outside. Before we make the third step beyond the shelter doors, an unknown creature started growling at us in the darkness. We had only moments to decide what to do. Put it down. Quick shot with the rifle was more than enough to scare it away. Or maybe bring it down. Whatever creature stalked us in the darkness, we never saw it again. I was rested. Watered for Dolores. Where are you at, Ted? Oh, thank you, you're back. What did you bring? Brought some great stuff. Wait a minute. What happened to our gun? Okay, we still got it. The signal has to wait. Besides, do they even know how much flashlight batteries cost? Especially in this economy? Especially after it was wiped out? Ted has safely returned from his voyage to the surface. It turned out that calling an ambulance is not an option anymore. We reached the hospital. It is in ruins. But parts of it turned out to be still standing, more or less. We've decided to go through the rubble, make the best of it. Oh, this is huge. Ted is hungry and pretty tired. Our last expedition, news of a vehicle parked down the street. It sure looked unique, but we never got close enough to get a good look. We're almost certain it's not a bandit trap. Perhaps no. Or I don't know, maybe we should have. But let's bring Dolores back to full health. Look at you. It might very well be a trap set up by some bloodthirsty thugs. We're not about to just fall into their hands willingly. Let's let this go for now. The owner of the vehicle is bound to appear eventually. Ted is hungry. Ted needs water. Dolores needs food. Dolores needs food. Ted needs water. We're gonna send little man out with the gas masks. He's full of optimism. Get him out. Timmy went out into the wasteland. We don't know what we'll do if he doesn't come back. Dolores would really love to eat something. Ted is hungry. Ted is still mighty tired and needs more time to recover. Looks like he's got one foot in the grave. He needs to drink. So, food for everyone, water for Ted. Today we were visited. Oh no, definitely not. No, no, no. The map would be nice, but just not doing it. Despite the desperate attempts to sell us all kinds of things, useless or not, we turned them down. It's probably for the better. He did look quite untrustworthy. Dolores is hungry. Yesterday, during charades, we learned that Mary Jane doesn't know how to spell anti-disestablishmentarianism, and it has left Dolores sorely disappointed. She insists on home, or rather shelter schooling for Mary Jane. Come on, girl, you gotta get smarter. Dolores does not mess around. What started out as a spelling exercise has quickly found its way to a math revision, followed by a short physics course and ending in a tinkering with random objects in the shelter. Mary Jane looks exhausted, but we can't deny the state of our shelter has improved today. Ted is mighty tired. Dolores is no longer hungry. She needs water. We ain't got no food to give, man. These have been L scavengers for food and water. Our grandparents always told us to never buy anything sight unseen. We're not about to start now. Gone are the times of yard sales. We can manage without whatever junk is in that mysterious bag. Ted needs water, food. We thought it'd be a great idea to have some role-playing fun and create our own shelter theater group. We called it the Thunderdome. We spent the rest of the day trying to write a script for our performance. We almost got into a fight over it and decided that maybe it wouldn't be best to play something simpler. Our boy is back! Let's go! What did you bring? You brought us no food, dude. Brought us some ammo though, and some bug spray. A lock and key, med kit. Thought playing the silent game would be a good idea. The silence was too annoying. We quickly stopped. We were afraid for Timmy, but he came back from the wasteland and is safe with us now. We set off on an expedition to the nearby zoo. we used to visit on the weekends. We're happy to report that it was productive supply run, as well as an educational trip. We saw some pterodactyl whales, chimpadeers, and porcuponies, a small army of cat roaches, and other majestic creatures that have emerged from the post-nuclear fauna. Between the East Asian and Australian sections, we found some cute pandaroos. Some had items stashed in their pouches. They didn't seem to mind us borrowing a few things. The marine life section had collapsed, turning into a radioactive pond in the middle of the zoo, filled with creatures like piranhas and sea ponies. In a half-destroyed aquarium control, we found an undamaged cupboard with some supplies. A friendly Craptopotamus lazily observed the sea life section from a distance in its den. We found the body of a zoo worker with some of his possessions laying around. Made our way to the African section and admired the atomic okapi. We're not sure if it's mutated or not. It's already looked weird as hell before. We scared off a group of them and found something stashed at the back of their enclosure. Our gas mask was damaged. Ted is still tired. He's no longer thirsty or hungry. Mary Jane is still tired. Let's give her some time to request. Okay. Oh, that's not good. Dolores doesn't need any food. Timmy needs the food. Alright, we need to get ready to send Dolores back out. So it's not weird that Timmy is now wearing a soup can on his head and pretends it's a helmet. This is just innocent child's play, or is it? Boredom can really get to you at the shelter. It can lead you to dark places, trust us. Mary Jane isn't looking very good. She hasn't eaten in a while. Mary Jane seems sleepy all the time. She has no energy for anything. We should get Mary Jane a drink of water. Timmy is never a fan of soup, but soup is all he talks about now. He must be hungry. Timmy keeps falling asleep in a chair. He needs a few days of rest. Some water for Timmy would be nice. Timmy's behavior is odd. Dolores will not last long without water. Ted, you take too long. Alright guys, this is all the time that we have today for 60 seconds Reatomized. I'm going to be doing a part 2 on this one because we're doing pretty good. And if you guys are liking the videos, tell me down in the comments. Also tell me what you guys would like to see. Subscribe, comment, like, hit the bell. I upload every day. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your night. Goodbye.